Well, so this is a pretty exciting day today. Of course, I start all my YouTube videos that way, don't I? I'm starting to sound like a broken record. Um, every day that we have something accomplished is an exciting day. So, standing back here, um, don't want to get too close because Bill there from Ashland Pump is running his generator, and it's not one of those quiet camp generators. So we've got almost 1,000 feet of wiring and conduit that needs to be laid. So here we've got the wellhead, and the wellhead, which is right about there, is 380 feet, 360 feet down for water. And what you do is you set your pump, wiring, and your water pipe about 10 feet off the bottom of the well. And so we've got almost 400 feet that needs to be dropped down to the bottom of that well. Hook up the head, and then you also hook up the pressure line up to the reservoir. So that's what Bill's going to be working on. Now we're going to get a little closer so you can see what's going on. He brought the crane down here because it gets really heavy. You know, almost 400 feet of wire and the pump, and that gets super heavy. So you need specialized equipment for that. Nice dry day, as you can see. Here, let's go across this little ditch. And there's the brilliant location of the well, right in this rock. It's, who knows why they drilled it that way, but they did. So Bill brought his rigid shop vac. That's what you saw in the last video, and just has some plastic twine here, very lightweight. But what he's going to do is he's going to attach his much heavier duty chase rope to that and pull it back through up the hill, and then attach the wire to that chase rope. And let me show you what that wire looks like. There's the spool. Bill, what gauge is that again?
Number 8.
That's an 8 gauge.
3 number 8.
3 number 8s. Okay. So that's why you need a crane. So I don't know what 3 number 8s would weigh, but a lot more than any one of us would want to handle. So he brought the crane out, and that's what's going to lower into the well. Okay, so here it is, the whole setup. So schedule 40, and what is that? One and oh, it's 80.
Yeah, we're stainless couplers.
Okay, so it's 80, and then it transfers to 40.
No. Well, yeah, 40 above ground. We can't hang a pump on 40. I mean,
Okay.
we can. I've seen people do it, but they've losing it.
Okay, so schedule 80.
Downhole, 40 above ground.
Okay, so the pump hangs on the pipe.
Yep, and the pipe and the wire.
Right, right. Okay. Okay, so this well is, and I think I misspoke earlier. This well is 300 and.
It was what did you say, 410 or 412 on the paper, but then I got like 380.
Okay.
Quit, so that's why we're going to 365 on
here. Okay.
And your well is an 8-inch well, and I had to get a special, another seal.
Nice. It's brand new. Look at how beautiful that is.
Because there's probably a 0.5% of wells in Jackson County that are 8.
Well, of course.
99.9 are 6-inch. This is yours.
Well, of course it's specialized because I'm special.
You need to feel special.
And what is the life expectancy on a pump?
Well, you got 5 years on the pump warranty.
Oh, it comes with a warranty.
The first year, I got to eat it for free, pull it and reset it for free.
Okay.
From 2 to 5 years, you pay the labor, you get a free pump.
Okay.
Average life on the pumps are normally 10 to 12 years. I've seen them out there 16, 18. I've seen them out there 2, 3. It depends on the quality of the water.
Okay. And we got good water.
So, yeah, there's a lot of crap in it. That's why we use my test pump to flush the daylights out. That's why I told you let's flush it 2 more times.
Remember? Sure.
What I'm going to go pull on after this one over up by Old Greensburg is over here on 2-inch pipe. Very heavy. There.
Need that step stool yet? I actually do have a step stool, believe it or not, up in the truck. So you just
awkward angle.
Yeah. Either that or you just tell me you want me to hang out up there.
Trying to beat the storm.
That's it. I'm glad you're not having to do that, through brute force.
Yeah, when I was younger.
I'm sure you did.
So my back's ruined.
Yeah.
Now I won't touch it. You get smarter the older you get, hopefully.
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 That is, I know I said it. It's an exciting day, but that's exciting. Bill doesn't think so. He thinks it's Wednesday, but yeah. So one of my neighbors, actually directly behind me, she was telling me yesterday that her pump produces over 20 gallons per minute. I think she said 26, 24, somewhere in that neighborhood. And ours, just literally 300-400 feet away, produces 3 gallons a minute. So, hence the reason why we have the reservoirs, right? But 3 gallons, I'm not going to complain, especially since it's really good water. Okay, time to get a little closer. So the pump wire isn't really hanging with any significant strain on it because every section of pipe, which is 20 feet long, Bill's adding electrical tape. Now, who knows, after 10, 15 years, that electrical tape may have failed, but at least initially, there's really no strain on the wire whatsoever. And the whole assembly hangs via this Schedule 80 PVC piping. So I got a phone call from the state of Oregon. They're like, hey, you're the new property owner, and we've been taking measurements on your well for the last 3 years. Is there any chance we could keep doing that? I said, I'm using the well. He goes, oh. He says, well, I'll send you the historical data, and maybe you can let me know if that's the well that you're going to be using. And sure enough, they've been taking measurements out of this well for the last like 3-4 years.
I didn't know that.
And it's something to do with just
Checking the ground table.
That's it. Checking the because
table, whatever.
Yep, they want to see where the groundwater is, and
where it's fluctuating.
Unfortunately they didn't have all the data going back any further than 21, because that would have been really interesting to see, a decade or 2 decades of groundwater.
See where it's going, and compare them to the other ones in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay, so here's an interesting question, and I'm sure it's going to be answered in due time. But do you put a different wellhead on it, like a conduit?
What do you mean?
Well, because the wires have to go out sideways, and
They come right up the top. They go into a bell box. Your conduit that's right there is going to sweep up and flex right into the bell box.
a bell box. Did you bring that with you?
Nope, that's not being put in here until the line is in. Get it all set up. We don't have the wire. We got to pull the wire down the hill. Come back with a mule tape. We're going to pull it down through it. Once we get it pulled, then we can start tying the ends up.
So when you want to come back and pull the rest of the wire? And
Try my best this week, but if not, it's Monday.
okay.
I got another big guy that's coming in that helps me, and we pull straight out here.
So you don't need a generator today, then?
Yep. First next week.
Well, Brian's got an F-150 with one of those generator hookups on the back of his bed.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. So it's a power transfer station, and it's a generator built into an F-150.
Huh.
And they just started doing that the last couple of years. 7,500 watt generator.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know. My goal was to get this sucker set before we got the rain tomorrow. We can walk down here, but the truck won't come in here because all this virgin in this fresh open ditch. It'll just be a mud bath. So I don't want to deal with that, Don't want to get stuck.
No.
And they start pulling stuff off the truck. It's so heavy, you rip things off.
Yeah, it looks like 2 weeks of rain every day.
What?
Looks like 2 weeks of rain every day.
Uh,
Well, you know how it is. It could be 15 minutes of rain.
yeah, I got a lot of excavations supposed to be done at my place. God. Are they done excavating up there? Or what are they doing?
Waiting for the soil engineer. They can't put shale or 3/4 minus in it until the soil engineer looks at it.
Yeah.
Because we have this is one of those funky areas in Ashland
Yeah.
where we have expanding soil, and they'll require a soil engineer and a letter from a soil engineer.
So they get to go charge you $2,000 to get on a truck and say this looks good, and then
About $700.
in their own business. Find your tractor yet? trucks. How is everyone affording $100,000 trucks all day long? I can't. I'd love to have a white F450 Platinum dually. Ain't gonna ever happen.
What do you think that whole thing weighs?
It's buoyant, got a high static. So, you know, takes a lot off of it. Are we really calling for the next 3-4 weeks rain? Get yourself a gator for here. Made by John Deere, little work rigs. Neat. Go to John Deere and make them, tell them to give you a deal on a tractor and a gator.
Huh?
Sounds like there's some of those on your property too.
Oh yeah, I saw feathers out here, and no evidence of a carcass, so they must have had a hot lunch.
Well, they're good things to have. They're annoying, but God, they'll let you know if anybody comes and get rid of the rattlesnakes. They're alarms.
It's one of the most important cuts you'll make. Don't want to cut it short.
Shoot it to your daughters. That's her castrator for the boyfriend. Keeps them away.
You gonna fire it off just to test it
No.
next week?
We already know it's good and it's a brand new pump. If not, I'm in big trouble, huh? Don't jinx me. I haven't had
Yeah,
a
that's
bad
almost 400 feet you'd have to pull back out again.
Gotta do it for free. That's what happens.
Did you test it before? Did they test the
They
pump?
test them when they send them out.
They bench test them. Okay.
Is what they say, but I don't know. I've been doing tools my whole life. I haven't changed, the Flint Walling or Berkeley or all of these. Jules has been good to me forever, so why not stick with them?
Time to be mobile. Okay. So this is the old well cap. Right there. New well cap. Wire. Super spiffy. Next week, might even have water running. That's exciting. Huh?
You better.
Okay.